Hey everybody, welcome back to Everyday Barbecue. My name is Mike, and today we're going to do steak and eggs my way out on the Blackstone Griddle, coming up right now. Alright, so before we get into this recipe, if this is your first time visiting the channel, please consider supporting by subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing, anything you can do to help the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Let's get into this recipe. So I like to do this a little bit different than most people do steak and eggs. I'm going to do this out on the Blackstone Griddle, and one of the things I like to do is I like to cut up my steak and incorporate it into the scrambled eggs. So I'm going to show you how I do that as we go. I know it's not traditional, but it's really good, and if you've never done it that way, you should try it. Now, I'll take my steak and eggs any way I can get it, but if you've never tried it this way, please, you've got to give it a try. You're going to love it. Now, all you're going to need for this recipe is some steak. I usually choose a cut that's got some tenderness to it. You don't want to use anything too cheap. I have some thin cut strips here, but you can use ribeye, you can use tri-tip, and you can use sirloin also. Any of those are going to work. We're going to lightly trim these in a moment, and we're going to cut them up, and I'll show you how I do that. You're also going to need some eggs. I've got some hash brown patties here. So for this recipe, I like to use a real steaky type seasoning. We've got salt, pepper, garlic here, but it's coarse, just like you would use on steak, and it goes really well with the steak and eggs. Last but not least, you're going to want to top everything with some cheddar cheese. So I've got some nice, freshly shredded cheddar here. All right, let's get that steak cut up. So we're going to start by just removing some of this fat. And you can see our grain is going this way. So we're going to make our cut just like this. And now I don't want to cut these too small, I don't want to cut these too big, just a nice bite size. So it's that simple. I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these done. Okay, my steak is all ready to go. Now while I'm preheating the griddle, I'm just going to kind of cover this with some of this seasoning and let it hang out. We'll add a little bit more as it cooks. Now it is cold outside. I'm going to get my jacket, get outside, get that Blackstone preheated. I'll meet you guys outside. It is so cold out here. We got a bunch of snow, would have been day before last and into yesterday. Ice, everything. I mean, it's just been incredible. And naturally after snow, like, it just gets bitter cold. So I think it's like 0 or 1 below right now, air temperature. But I'm pretty committed to doing this video, so we're going to knock this out. Now, a lot of people ask me about my burner settings when I cook. I usually have the left, this one, and this one here, so these three on like a medium high. And my far right is usually my keep warm station, and I have it on low. So today is the same thing basically. Now, let's get started with these hash brown patties. And we're just going to start making these look like regular non-lazy man hash browns. Now we're just going to add a little bit of oil to these just to help with the crisp. And this is canola oil that I use. I get asked a lot of times about what oil I use. Almost every time I'm out here, I'm using canola oil on the Blackstone. Unless it's like an Asian recipe, and then I'll go with, I think it's called Sang stir fry oil. Yeah, that's what it is. And so that gives you sort of an Asian flavor. But other than that, it's pretty much always canola. And we're just going to work these and let them crisp a little bit. And we'll move them over to the side. We'll drop a little of our seasoning on here. Oh yeah, we're developing a really nice crisp there. So I am just going to shove these over here, flatten them out, and I'm just going to let those continue to crisp over here while we're doing the rest. Now, time for the steak. I just love the smell. As soon as that steak hits the griddle, it's just amazing. And I can smell that garlic popping out of there, that granulated garlic. Unbelievable. I just love cooking on a flat top. There's just certain meals that you really can't or you would have a really hard time trying to cook on a traditional grill, and this is one of them. but this comes out perfect every time on the Blackstone or any flat top for that matter. We're going to get a little bit more of our steakhouse style seasoning on here now. Yeah, you can smell it instantly as soon as it hits that griddle top. Now this steak cooks really fast. This is probably going to take maybe 5 minutes. Then we'll incorporate those eggs in here and just finish this up. That's delicious. Okay, the steak is pretty much done. I got my eggs here, which we scrambled up in the Ninja blender. It's fast, it's easy, and it does a great job. So now it's time to just pour these in and incorporate this. Now this is sort of a rustic meal, so we're going to serve it up a little rustic here, right on the cutting board. So we're going to get our hash browns down here first. Okay, now our eggs. Let's take a look at that. Let's finish this up with some cheese. Man, it smells beautiful. Let's get inside and give this a try. Man, it feels good to be back inside. It is absolutely freezing out there, and the worst part is I have to go back out after this taste test, and I have to clean that griddle top. It's part of owning a flat top. It's not that hard, but it kind of sucks when it's this cold outside. All right, so here we go. My son did not want to be in the taste test, but he's off camera here, and he's roaring to go and can't wait to dig in.
Hello.
So I'm going to try to make this fast, okay? Got some eggs, some hash brown, some steak. I'm going to get that piece of steak too. Smells great, looks great. Let's see what it tastes like. It's really delicious. You've got to try this if you've never done it this way. And I really encourage you to use that coarse seasoning because I'm getting those snaps and the bites of those pieces of black pepper and that granulated garlic. And it just goes really, really well with all this. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out with me today in the cold. Please like, please subscribe, please share, please comment. And I will see you on the next episode.